Man, welcome back. Welcome back. Another episode of Maneuver Accordingly. I'm one half of the machine. Trying to get this camera angle right, man, so we can. Damn, I'm gonna have to hold it like this. Okay. Camera quality is not that good, but don't worry about that, ladies and gentlemen. This will not be a permanent situation. How we doing? This is Maneuver Accordingly. My name is Evan Badgett, if you want to be exact. I am one half of the machine. My brother Cornelius is on the other half, and we're gonna get some more content going in here soon. Listen, man, today I just want to talk about mindset. Um, it's very important, and it was just something that was on my mind. So I just wanted to let anybody know this is a starting phase for me. So if anybody wants some kind of motivation or needs some kind of positive encouragement, because I need it myself, so I got to give it to myself. Um, Man, keep going. Mindset is the most important thing that we can adopt because without an important mindset, without a positive mindset, it's going to be very hard to achieve nearly anything, whether that's in like regular life or like whether that's in the workplace, whether that's just in anything we do. And give me 1 second, let's figure out how we're gonna do it. Something like that. Still too dark. Okay, a little bit better here. It's still dark in here. There we go, man. But yes, we were saying mindset is important. Here's the thing. Um, Anybody who's successful, anybody who has a decent amount of money has to exude a certain kind of discipline. Anybody who, you know, is a professional person, anybody who does anything at a professional level, they obviously have to have a certain amount of discipline to do it. So I feel like that's the most important thing, and discipline is a mindset thing. If you can't get up early, if you can't get yourself to stop eating certain foods, if you can't get yourself to exercise correctly, if you can't get yourself to sleep on time, if you can't stop doing certain habits that you know are destructive, then you know that it's a problem with discipline. And I feel like discipline is a thing that a lot of people lack nowadays. I mean, I'm not excluded from that as well. But the thing is like we have to have discipline in order to enact routine. Routine is something that's so key to human nature. It's something that we as humans have to have. We have to have a routine. We have to have a schedule and a regimen of certain things that we need to do. If we don't, you kind of feel lost and out of place. I mean, there's many people who live lives, with no direction or, maybe like no certain thing or no certain aim or anything they're trying to do, which is fine. But certain people may feel like if they have a certain direction, if they have discipline, if they hold themselves accountable to certain things, then that'll make it more likely to achieve goals and to actually go somewhere further. Because in this life we just want to progress and do much better. Man, this lighting is crazy. Hold on, guys. There we go. So yes, most of you are probably like, "Who am I? Why should I listen to you? Your camera quality is trash. This means nothing." My name is Evan, man. Let me tell you. I'm from Virginia, so I'm from the East Coast. Lived there my whole life, basically. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia now, but I was in Hampton, Newport News, Virginia. Then I moved up to Northern Virginia, like Alexandria, Arlington, for a few years. So I've been all over Virginia. Now I'm down in the A. But I'm a West Coast person at heart. For some reason, I feel like I need to be near a beach, and I have like a beach personality, a beach soul, or anything like that. Um, but anyways, I understand that it is difficult to get away from the mainstream, to not just go to a job and come home and relax and then go back and do the same thing. It's difficult for me. It's difficult for most people. I know it's like one of the hardest things you can do because it takes a mindset and it takes actual will and it takes an actual almost like a driving force for someone to put their mind to something and actually put action to it. It's easy to say something, "Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that." I'm gonna do this. I want to have this. I want to do this. But number one, you got to write it down, which makes it more real. And then if after you write it down, it's about actually taking steps to do it. And a lot of times you might feel fear when you do it. A lot of times I feel fear when I do certain things, but I know that fear is technically a good thing. Fear can be used as a tool for motivation, as a tool to propel you to do even better. Because if you use your fear to push you to do something better, then that means that you are getting out of your comfort zone. And when you get out of your comfort zone, that means you're getting into new territory. And when, that's just basically getting better and learning. So it's always like the human mind, the human conscience wants to stay safe. We always want to just kind of just stay safe and stay in the zone of like, this is comfortable. I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to get better. But you have to understand that to get better, to learn anything, to make money, to do anything, like you have to get better. You have to progress. You got to hold yourself to a certain standard, man. And you have to be around like people who with that mindset of just kind of exude that. And I would say the biggest problem that I deal with is like not having the mental attitude of like things going right. When you deal with anxiety, and notice I said deal when you feel anxious in certain things because feelings are fleeting. You can feel an emotion, doesn't mean you have to identify with it. And when I feel anxiety and when I feel anxious about certain things, I notice that my mindset and my thinking of certain things goes down south, goes trash like so fast. And it's one of the hardest things to kind of pull yourself out of that negative energy, that negative space of thinking, that negative, like, kind of connotation of everything. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. So the hardest thing for me, and I want to encourage anybody else to take on this journey with me, is to start thinking more positive, even if it's unrealistic, even if it means that like the most outcome is probably going to be a shitty situation or a negative situation. But at the end of the day, if you adopt a positive mindset, it'll allow you to see positive things in a negative situation. Like that is a golden thing that you can have. If you're a person that you can point out good things and anything bad, like that is amazing. Now, I say that to say there are some people who live in delusion. There are some people who see only positive and oh, the universe is gonna work it out and money's gonna come. I don't need to work for money, and somebody will come and approach me one day when I'm doing this. And this is a woman mindset. The thing is, listen, you got to meet the universe halfway. And this is something I've understood within I'm almost 30, but I'm still relatively young. So I feel like within my past 10 years or so, I'm realizing that the universe is real. Whether you believe in God, whether you believe in a certain deity or a certain person or whatever, you got to realize there's an external force that somewhat dictates how we live our lives. Um, the thing is if you put energy into a certain like sector of the universe, if you start working out more, you can get a better body. If you eat healthier, you start to feel healthier. This is like just the way of the universe. Like if you put half of the energy in, you will get your results. If you put not even half, excuse me, if you put 100% of energy into what you want, you will get that most of the time. Now, it's like it won't happen immediately. It might take a lot of time and dedication, but usually if you're engaging in bad activities or if you're engaging in negative things, it's going to pull you down. If you are doing like-minded things and like-minded people, you're studying, you're reading, or you're trying to get better and trying to engage in better things, then it'll get better for you. Um, Man, I say that to say I love you guys. Whoever you guys are, maybe not even yet, but whoever watches this, just know that my name is Evan, and then I trust in you to be yourself, and yourself hopefully is that highest version of yourself. Uh, Man, maneuver accordingly. I'm out.